Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Heart's Frontier. Welcome back. If you're returning and if you're new, hi, I'm Kate. And this is my little caravan space where I do oracle readings and I do pendulum readings. I go live on Sundays and sometimes throughout the week. This week I was live on Monday. It was super fun. I won't have any space later this week, but I will have some space likely next week. And so I had announced that I might be doing a trip. And so I was like, not sure whether I should keep the daily YouTube Oracle readings up, which is what this is today. This is June 15th, 2023. But, whenever you come across this message, it's totally fine. Just take what hits your heart, what resonates, and leave all the rest for someone else might get that message. Sometimes people will come and say they've gotten a lot out of one comment, and then another person will say they got something else out of another comment. So I trust the system, I trust the process. So yeah, I was thinking that I was going to be going on a trip, but I won't be anymore. But I am still taking the time away for my creative work, so away here for my creative work. And so I will be able to do regular daily oracle readings during that time. So never fear, nothing is going to change. And we're just going to keep it consistent, everybody, because I'll be around all my cards and it'll be easy to do that. So, yeah, I feel drawn to start with our animal spirit oracle cards today. Well, I'm feeling some goddess guidance. Let's start with the goddess guidance and then because I have three animal cards, so then we'll read into that. And let me know in the comments how you're all doing. I am really loving seeing this channel grow. It's almost like I set the intention to be able to monetize this channel this year, and everything seems to be conspiring in favor of that, which is so exciting. So exciting. I hadn't thought before of going that way, but I really do love the idea of being a bit more um, public and accessible on the YouTube with this work. And so, yeah, the channel is climbing. It's amazing. And if you're following this, you've liked one or two of my videos, but you're not subscribing, go ahead and hit that subscribe. And you can hit the bell notification to make sure that you are getting all of the notifications whenever I go live. And if you've been following for a bit, but you haven't checked out my Oracle deck review, I would just love to know if people care, if they want to see that, if that's interesting to you. Let me know what you thought or what you think of those and anything I can do to make it what you need it to be. Because, I don't do the videos for me. And what else? I'll be live on Sunday for the weekly live collective reading. And let's get started. Let's get started. So today is Thursday, Thursday, Jupiter. So we're getting into this like expansive energy as well, where like I'm feeling it's like philosophical. I feel a lot of like values coming up. Like, what are your values? What is important to you? What are things that you really want to make sure you're abiding by in life? Something that I do with my clients sometimes is actually go and look at our core values. It's a simple exercise that I actually used to love when I would study business. Because, I don't know how many people know this, but I totally thought I was going to business before I was going to go into anything spiritual. And it blew my mind that I suddenly started switching into this. It like over time steadily, but it is still shocking to me sometimes. I had a conversation yesterday that it's like still shocking that I've somehow landed here when I was such a like logical and business mind and just wanted to like perform and achieve, and now I've like really unwritten so much of that in order to achieve much higher, actually much greater dreams. Okay, we have Mawu, Mother Earth. Mother Earth. I feel like this is the energy of like trusting that you can hold your entire world in your hands. And like that, I'm really just drawn to the image of this. It says you are called upon to help with environmentalism. And that very well may be true. What's one thing you can do to improve the earth with your habits, with your with your energy? What's one thing you can do to improve the earth today? What's one thing you're going to do to make this earth a better earth? Write it in the comments, share it because maybe people need ideas. There's lots of things you can do, even if you're super clean, you don't really use waste, and you take one shower that's 5 minutes once a week, um, you're allowed to shower when you need to. But when you think about all these different environmental topics, right, there's different ones that call out to you as important. You might feel like animal rescue is important, right? You might feel like world hunger is a very, I mean, they're all important, but we have certain ones that call out to our soul, don't we? And so do one thing towards that in the next couple weeks. Today, set it up so that you can do it consistently. If it's one of those things that's much better done on a consistent basis, start with where you are. you know you're not doing anything wrong, and there's always more we can do to improve our earth and to love our earth. And to love your earth is to love the ground you walk upon, which is to love yourself. So it is an act of self-love to also put that out into the world. It makes you feel good, right? So it's an act of self-love. It's like when someone's out gardening. It's like, yeah, you're gardening maybe to provide for your family, but you're also gardening for your own soul. I also really am getting this manifestation piece of being able to hold the world in your hands, and that um, things may be able to bend to your desires. And at the same time, you don't control every piece of that, right? So if what you desire is a great shift in your career, right? You don't get to control how that happens, but you do hold the world in your hands. That power is up to you. You continue to act, and then the universe, the world, it does deliver, it grows, and it shows you. If you desire a big, powerful love, a romantic partnership, to last a lifetime, yeah, one of your lifetimes. If you desire this like big, romantic, powerful love, right? Then you hold the power for this. You hold the world in your hands. This is possible for you. And I don't feel a lot of our dreams that come through our mind aren't meant for us. So to not double negative that, if a dream lands in your mind, it is meant for you to channel out, to help create it, to allow it to exist in this world in physical reality. We have Mott, which is fairness. There's a lot going on this card. It says, this situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So if there is something that has wronged you, or if there's some way that things are just like offensive. I was talking to a friend recently who said that their apartment was an insult to their soul. I really love that. There are things that happen in my life as well. They're like, that's an insult to my soul, to my very fibers. It really appeals to the dramatic nature. So fairness, this situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. And actually, I was out last night with a friend who also said, as I'm referencing a lot of conversations here, um, I was out with a friend who said that they wanted to get revenge. They wanted to get back at someone who had hurt them. And this, this concept really challenged my mind, because I went, okay, I can understand how someone could get to that place of thinking. I can understand someone having that feeling. But to actually put that out in the world, to say it, to, half mean it, to have a plan for how they would do that, to feel as though they needed to balance the scales, right? It's like, could you hold the world in your hands and trust that the world is also going to take care of that? And actually, in all reality, that person is really going through, the person they wanted revenge on is actually going through not a great situation right now. So it's like, well, the world has already created that for you. And is that really what you want? Right? If you trust that the situation will be handled in a fair and a just way, that whatever conflict this is going to at least be balanced, or whatever wrong has occurred, it will be righted. Maybe it will be righted for you and wronged for them, and you'll never get to see that. Trust that that will take care of itself, and that you will actually be righted. I keep also feeling like I need to say knighted. You'll be righted, you'll be knighted. Um, you'll be knighted, you'll be blessed, right? You'll be given this power. I feel also like leadership, a lot of leadership coming through in this card set today. And I feel like drawing in that same message from yesterday or the day before that was like, if you were to be a leader, if you are a leader within your community, even if you don't feel like you are, you could be. If you were to be a leader in your community, what would you expect from yourself? What would you hope to see? What would you hope to see in a leader? And are you that? It's a big question to ask. Are you showing up to that? You have so much more strength and energy to fulfill your life mission than you do to avoid it, right? You don't have enough energy when you're avoiding it. You do have enough energy when you're stepping in towards it. So anything that gives you energy is the stuff that you're meant to be doing. Mouse spirit, tend to the small things. I'm also seeing it like tread lightly. Like, I do feel like a sense of, okay, clear out your home space, make it work for this shift that you're trying to make. When I used to be a weight loss coach, I would tell people, it really does make it so much easier when your brain has a physical, visual cue to help you out. So anything that I really want to put into action, I leave out in some way so that I can interact with it. But sometimes that becomes me leaving a lot of things out, right? And it becomes a little more cluttered. So today I'm doing a little bit of tidying. It'll be really fun. I'm excited to kind of like Snow White clean up my house and make it like whistle while I work. I love putting music on when I clean. So if you're someone who needs to do some organizing, but you're not in the right headspace, try putting some fun music on. I love listening to early Beatles music, especially when I clean. And another thing that you can do is actually leave something out. If you've been really meaning to journal, well, leave your journal out. Even leave it open. Leave it with the pen right there. Make it so easy. And even if you imagine yourself having like a tea or something, I don't know, with it, or if you imagine yourself sitting in a certain chair, like leave it right there, until that becomes a habit, until that becomes a desire that just feels so energizing to you. I am still feeling like someone needs to journal. I don't tend to journal a lot, but I keep saying this, so maybe I should actually do some journaling as well. Just write down in any way, just don't judge it. Just write down in any way what points you want to get out of your brain. Sometimes it's really helpful for us to do like brain dump. I've also been thinking of going through the artist's way with a group. So let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. um, Sometimes it's helpful for me to have that kind of accountability over time. And I'll also be making a business alignment group very shortly. So that will be for people who are looking to put a project, a business, a plan, out in the world, and they're looking to be supported, connected to their intuition, know that they're in alignment, to feel like every week that they're getting that um, type of guidance and support. So, yeah, very exciting. Very exciting. I love doing business work with people, and I decided I'm going to offer that a couple weeks ago, and it just has stayed with me. So now I know, and now I know it's ready. All right. We also have Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive. This is about what situation happened to you that you're linking that fairness thing to. So, whatever this thing is that feels unfair or not right or not just that has occurred in your life, can you do a deep dive all the way to the bottom, the root of where this comes from, the issue? You know, if it was a romantic situation, can you go all the way to the source of your behavior, why you allowed, or perhaps if perhaps you didn't, you know, consciously allow it, but that you accepted, or that you partook in any way in whatever this unjustness was? How were you a part of that, and where did that come from a wounded spot? Go deeply, deeply down to your core. If that's unfamiliar territory to you, then I highly recommend you work with someone. It doesn't need to be me, but if it is me, I'm so touched. If you need to do subconscious work, please make sure that it is someone that you do deeply trust, or at least have a sense that they would take care of you in that situation, because it is a very sensitive thing to allow someone in to help you and support you within your subconscious realm. But that's where some of the deepest healing lies, right? Our deepest beliefs, things that we don't even realize that we're believing, that we're feeling and thinking at our core inner level, that hangs out in our subconscious. Then as soon as you pull it up, to the surface, it becomes conscious and known. I'm also feeling a lot of like these pink flowers. So you might be drawn to pink flowers. You might, there might be, I feel like the scent of rose. I'll probably light some rose incense after this. I don't have it right by me right now, but I am feeling that energy of rose. Maybe rose quartz. Rose quartz would be great today. Hmm. Feeling a lot of energy, like throat, but out to mouth. Like I'm feeling like you need to sing, you need to speak it out, you got to talk to someone. Maybe the journaling, right? Getting that out into the world. We also have wasp spirit, which says sometimes life stings. This is really intense, right? Like fairness, deep dive. Life is stinging, you know? Um like thank goodness we're also supposed to clean our house or tend to some of these smaller details today. Whatever those smaller details are for you, you know, you can interpret it as you wish. Let's see what's next. What's next? Okay. So what's next? What are we shifting into? Today feels like a day for acceptance. Ooh, we had this one recently. Wise leader, you are a beacon for others. So let's get back to this leadership idea, right? Are you currently behaving as the family leader, as the business, as the community leader, as the friend, like leader of friendships? I don't know. It seems odd to lead in friendship, but you know, um, I'm also seeing people dancing, perhaps, yeah, perhaps dancing. It says you are a beacon for others, which means you need to work on your own light. And how are you going to work on your own light if you're holding on to resentments? How are you like, you know, think of that example with my friend who wants revenge, right? It's like, how are you going to feel once that's done? How are you going to feel? Oh, like things evened out? Well, why would you want evened out? Why wouldn't you want your life to be so much better? In order for your life to be so much better and to accept great things into your life, you need to be a clear channel. You can't be obstructing that with hatred and with fear, judgment, and with anger, truly. And bitterness. Bitterness feels like revenge, bitter. It's a good word. Okay, view from above, get the big picture. So we are in this expansive energy. I do think Jupiter, I mean, Jeudi, you know, Thursday, it is like a really good day for us to like step back and take a look at everything. That's how you can also sometimes take a deep dive. That's also sometimes how you tend to the small things, right? Tend to the small things and the deep things. It's like going surface and also very, very deep. And so in that, you need to step back from yourself because how are you going to do that, right? You need to get perspective. And again, it's like holding the world in your hands. Can you look at the world separate from you and then find your place in it? It's a really interesting message today. I'm going to leave it there. Um, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know how this sits with you, what you got from it, because it felt like a really unique reading today for some reason. And yeah, if you want to say the situation that's going on, just tell me what's up. I so love being able to interact with comments, and yeah, whenever I get around to them, it's always such a joy. Again, thank you for being here, blessing this YouTube channel, and do let me know what you thought of that Oracle deck review if that's your thing. And then I will do the song sometime soon. I'm just waiting for kind of the right moment to start working away on it. And yeah, I'll show you these pendulum chart readings as well. Pendulum charts are super exciting. I'm going to be printing some and bringing some pendulums to a little well-being fair in town this weekend. So wish me well on that. And I'll see you all Sunday. And, you know, tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Okay, take care, everyone.